Hi, this is Debbie with Book and Bujo, and welcome here. Today I'm going to go through my yearly collections journal as well as my January bullet journal setups. So to start with my yearly collections, I had originally planned on this being mainly like habit tracker things I want to track yearly, as well as when did I last, things like that. And I think it ended up turning into more of a goal tracker. Let's just get on into it. So I didn't really have a theme in mind for my yearly collections journal, but I did get this really cool washi tape set. So I decided to go ahead and just use that. My 2023, my word of the year is determination, firmness of purpose and resoluteness, to be able to keep going even when things are hard, the ability to continue trying to do something even if it's difficult. So, and I'm using my Archer and Olive little passport journal. Already got it dirty from carrying it around. My year at a glance and my memory verse of the year. My 52-week challenge, so something that I want to try and do every day each week. So I started with spending quality time with family, so that was the first week, which was basically the first and second. And I did spend that with my sister and my mom and her family. Practice Asian squats daily. I have done that. I just haven't checked that off yet. So tea week. So try a different tea every week. Take a class, put it into practice. So I'm looking at trying to do an art class, a sketching class of some kind, maybe in landscaping or watercolors or something like that. So I still need to finish filling this out, obviously, but like working on my triceps, working on my regular squats, doing lunges, or some kind of physical activity, as well as maybe clean a room in the house every day, something like that. Essential oil recipes that I find for like diffusers and roll-ons and things like that I will put in here. And my lunar calendar, and I also had some fun washi tapes in here. And I like that it actually shows what the moon phase is going to be for each day. And it shows when the solar eclipse are going to be, as well as the lunar eclipse. So when did I last? Each month of the year across the top, and then the task. So like changing my mascara, which you should be doing every 3 months, as well as your toothbrush, changing batteries in the smoke detectors, vacuuming the mattress, when did I dye my hair, things like that will go in here. And then if there's chores, especially like annual chores, I'm going to put those in here as well so I can cross those off. It's like changing the air filters, getting an oil change, things like that. Cleaning, so things that I want to do annually, biannually, quarterly, monthly, weekly, etc. As you can tell, I've not completely filled these in. I'm way behind on all of my journaling here. Daily prayers. My memory verses, I'll keep the whole year in here. My intentions, so what can I use most in my life? What can I use less of in my life? What characteristics would I like to nurture? And 3 habits I want to develop. So these are kind of taken from a whole lot of different places. So Jashi Curran, Lavender, and I just kind of put them all together, took the ones I like and the ones that I wanted to use and put them in here. All right, so then my goals, most of the layout and everything kind of came from Erin Floto Designs. Kind of followed her. She does a goals journal and updates it quarterly, and I was kind of following along with some of that. And so I have some of my goals here in the categories. I have my personal and self-care, fun and recreation, personal development, social and relationships, health and wellness, business and career, finance, physical environment, and spiritual. And then from there, I kind of broke it down into goals that I want for each section. Quarterly goals, ones that would be monthly for each goal. So each category, I will have something in here, a time frame. So most of these are going to be year-long goals, and I'll break them down into sub-goals and then put them into my bullet journal. So growing in my career, personal development, and then down here at the bottom, I haven't even finished with all the colors in here yet. Figured I'd get a couple months in and see if I want to change up the layout or not. But so like if I had something in January, any deadlines, I would put those in here, February, March, April, so on and so forth. And then any mini goals or anything I want as well. So that's all of those. And then I just put an extra one in here in case I decide that I have another one I want to do. If not, then I'll just put a quote or something there. Then I have my list of 23 things I want to do in 2023. So it's sort of a bucket list kind of thing. some tasks I've been putting off, maybe some someday maybes, things I want to get done, but don't necessarily want to prioritize. I'm putting those in here. And then I started on finishing this quote. Haven't quite gotten there yet. I'm still trying to figure out what colors I want to use. I want to keep this journal kind of focused on the colors of my categories, but the quote is from Aristotle, and it's through self-discipline comes freedom. And then from Jashi Curran, it's the 23, 23s, and 2023. So 23 things you want to do 23 times in the year, in 2023. So I'm going to watch 23 movies, maybe get through 23 TV series, or at least start some. Basically, what I plan to do here is when I finish a TV series, I will, or at least a season of it, depending on how many series we get to, I will color in the box. 23 podcasts, 23 books, and I think I want those more to be nonfiction books. Hair mask, do a face mask, workouts. So these are going to be strength training workouts. So good, nice, like big weight workouts where I'm doing like deadlifts or heavy squats or something like that. Meditation. So I do like a meditation every day, but it's usually part of my workouts. At the end, I'll do like 5 minutes or so, or 10 minutes. But these are like 15-minute plus meditations where I'm specifically sitting down just to do a meditation. I have drink 1 liter water a day, but that I do without even thinking about it. So I'm going to change that to 2 liters just to get that extra liter each day. I want to try and do 23 different vlogs throughout the year, do like full deep cleans throughout the year. So not just like a wipe down counters, but actually cleaning the appliances in the kitchen, or deep cleaning the bathroom. So organizing the cabinets and all of that as well. Finishing house projects. We definitely have more than 23 and we have so many going at one time. We haven't actually finished any of them yet. So I want to try and complete some of those house projects. Complete 23 different devotional plans on YouVersion. Take a bath at least 23 times. They're just so relaxing. To me, those are times to put on a face mask, get a glass of wine, put on some music, read a book, and just chill out for 20 minutes in the bathtub. Specific art projects that I may want to do, someday maybe tasks, hand lettering practice. I always review all the books I read on Goodreads, but trying to do them elsewhere as well. So going to Amazon or Storygraph or some of the other book review places and put those in. Practice my Asian squats for more than just like 2 or 3 squats a day. Actually intentionally doing it. Social events, so trying to go out with friends or family each month. And I changed what that one was, and I don't remember what it was. Text my sister, like actually have a conversation with her, and then take a class as well. And then I have those here. So I have movies that we watch, so actually I can update this one now, because we did watch Beauty and the Beast last night. Forgot we had that, and it just sounded good. The live action version. So we watched Top Gun because we were going to be watching Maverick. We were getting that in, and oh my gosh, so good. That movie was really good. TV series that we finish, or at least seasons of each series that we finish. Podcast episodes I listen to. Book series, that's what it is about the books. Actually finishing a book series that I read there. When I do a hair mask or face mask. When I practice my Asian squats. When I do an actual meditation, weight workouts, 2 liters of water a day, bath night, my vlogs posted, Devo. So some of these I'll actually like write in what the item is, and other times I'll just put the date. Although this one I should probably put what devotional I did. Art projects, text my sister, social events, take a class. Oh, full house clean. That's what that messy one is over here. So full house clean. So each week I want to try and clean something, a room in the house every day. So by the end of the year, I will have cleaned the entire house at least 23 times. That's my goal. Okay, so then January, I found this really awesome Calligraphy J online, and I totally don't remember. I had been searching for multiple days for different pictures and fonts and things like that I liked, and I don't even remember where I got it. If I can find it, I will link it in the description below. But yeah, I loved how that came out. These are some of my goals for January, just little check-in things. And then I'll color those in when I get those, or if I just want to journal a little something about what's going on in the day, what happened that week, something like that. If something interesting happened, like it snowed and rained and stuff again the last couple days, so I may put in, got, an inch of rain over this time period or whatever. That is my yearly collections journal. With a new journal, the pen lips are always nice and stiff. It's hard to get those in there. So there's that one. Now we're going to go to this most beautiful Archer and Olive Raven journal, and those sprayed edges. Oh my gosh, those edges are just holographic. They are so beautiful. Okay, I'm going to need to raise you up a bit though. So this is the Raven journal from Archer and Olive, and it has this beautiful like holographic edges, which I have found some of the pages are sticking together at the corners, which doesn't happen too often, but for some reason with this journal, and I don't know if it has anything to do with just the batch itself, or if it has to do with the way the edges were done. And then the other weird thing about this one is these two pages were stuck together at the edge, and usually I could pry them apart, but this one just got mangled. So I may have to just tape those together. And yeah, and I almost feel like the thickness of this page is twice as thick as this one. So like I almost feel like there's another page stuck together in here, but I'm not going to try and pry it apart. All right, back to the beginning. So I found this awesome quote, which I loved, and printed out and glued in here. So, like the moon, we must go through phases of emptiness to fill full again. And then my mom had printed out some pictures from something she had and brought some over to me, and so I taped those in as well. All right, so what happens back here when you have this weird page that doesn't have the dot grid, and the other one does, and they don't quite lay flat. So this year I actually glued them together and made myself a little pocket. Unless you try to do something beyond what you have already mastered, you will never grow. Ralph Waldo Emerson. So I found a lot of Emerson quotes, which I really like and used in my journal this year. So I have my Grid Spaces guide, which I used in the last two journals, I believe. I have it for horizontally and vertically, the short and long edges. So I have that in here, and then I also have my key, but then also some icons in case I want to use any of those, so I know what they mean, or if I want to color code anything, I'll have that there as well. So I thought this was a good start to 2023. Finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. You shall begin it serenely and with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense. So I thought that was perfect for a new year. So Ralph Waldo Emerson again. And determination, my word of the year. And I have some of the different words that kind of describe determination, as well as some other definitions. So don't let fear deter you from doing what you dream of doing. The definition, and deciding firmly to do something, especially in relation to goals. Determined people are usually extremely motivated and focused on what they want to achieve. Regardless of any roadblocks or challenges, they maintain a resilient mindset and push through to succeed. My verse of the year is 1 Chronicles 16:11, which also is found in Psalms. Seek the Lord in his strength. Seek his presence continually. And then my future log, where I have all my birthdays, appointments, and other things like that. Then and Now with Jashi Curran. Another quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising up every time we fall. I also have these really cool moon phase stickers, and I think I got these off Amazon. It's been a while, but I'm almost out. I love these stickers. They are so cool. There's still another one in there. Okay, so we have, and they have all the way from the new moon to the full moon and all the phases in between. And they are just so cool. They work great as tabs. So I would put them here and then I would cut around them. And then you have tabs for your weeklies and things like that. But if I can figure out where I got these, I will link them below because they are amazing and I would like to get some more of them. And what matters most is becoming a better citizen, a better person, a better resource in tight places, a better forgiveness of faults. Marcus Aurelius. also has great quotes. Prayer lists, affirmations that I find throughout the year. Again, my memory verses here, I'll most likely just have the 6 in here. Things I want to check out. 2023 goals, which I need to transfer from my yearly collections over to here for the ones that will be in this journal. My self-care and goals bingo, which I still need to finish filling that one in. January goals. This also is from Erin Floto Designs, the layout. My monthly goal, weekly goals, and daily goals, which I'm still working on. Forget the mistake, remember the lesson. And this was from wo.inhua.iv online. That's where I found this layout. Edith Lovejoy Pierce said, "We will open the book. Its pages are blank. We're going to put words on them ourselves. The book is called Opportunity, and its first chapter is New Year's Day." Okay, so I was debating back and forth on what I wanted my January theme to be, and I had kind of decided on something I wanted to do, but then the last week of December, I decided I was going to choose a year-long theme based on the phases of the moon, so that is why my setup is so late. My theme for January is the wolf moon, so each month has a different name, or the moon phase, and for January, it's the wolf moon. So I have my wolf moon here. Some habit tracker stuff. If there's something specific I want to remember, something from my future log to move over to here, then I'll put them there. And then I always do my verse of the month as well. So Ephesians 1:17-18. That the God of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of glory, may give you the spirit of wisdom and of revelation in the knowledge of him, having the eyes of your hearts enlightened, that you may know what is the hope to which he has called you, what are the riches of his glorious inheritance in the saints. And I had fun with some of my stamps and sparkle markers, and I also had these really cool post-it notes. This one's Earth, but I also have like Rainbow Moon and Saturn and some other ones like that, so I just cut it in half and glued it in here to make my little Dutch door. And I have my list of chores that I'm doing, my workout schedule. So I also figured this year I'm going to follow a different YouTuber that does the exercise stuff. So January, it's going to be Boho Beautiful Yoga. In February, it'll be Yoga with Adrienne. March, probably Zuzka with her ZWOW workouts, and then on from there. And here I have my devotional tracker as well as my TBR tracker. Devo of the month, I usually have one that goes the full month long, and then I have little ones that I do in the afternoons just as a quick little pick-me-up. And then all the books that I've been reading, I've gotten through 5 of my books so far, so we're getting there. My habit trackers, stress and allergy trackers as well. So how was my stress and how were my allergies? These are for like food allergies and food sensitivities and that kind of thing. And then I have my gratitude journal here and some more wolves. And I found, I forgot I had a little stamp or star punch. So I decided to use that. And then I have my intentions, check-ins for that. And here, if I need more room to finish my intentions, if not, I'll just put a quote or something up here. And then I have my first weekly, which